वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, friends, and a very warm welcome to this special edition. And this special edition is specially organized by Franchise India and Mr. Gaurav Maurya, who's the chairperson, and Sonya Chowdhry, the MD of Franchise India. Franchise India was originated or conceived, I would rather say, in the year of 1999. So Franchise India is the Asia's largest integrated franchise solution company since 1999. And we have a business opportunity available for all and everyone in different sectors like retail, food and beverage, education, beauty and wellness, health and fitness, and other business services across locations pan-India. So friends, picking up a business is complete process. And this is where Franchise India takes the front seat to ensure that when we suggest you, when you want to pick up the right business, we have the right option for you. Because there are a lot of evaluations which are required to start a business. A lot of people just start a business and probably follow the 3 Fs that we really say. So we ask people, what business do they want to do? And they tell us a brand, I want to do this business. And when I ask them, why do you want to do this business? So the answer that I get is especially that one of my friends is doing it. The second F is some of my family members are doing it. And probably, as we know, every business is not for everyone. And this is where they land up probably making a fool before evaluating the complete process. That is this business be a futuristic business or not? What would be the operational expenses? So a lot of people do a lot of businesses, but again, we see that at the same pace where the business is going, it does not do very well. So friends, let's make this session very interactive, and I'll be using both Hindi and English to ensure that maximum participation is there. So let's make it interactive. We have a Q&A box right below. If you have the location, if you have specific industry that you have identified, if you're looking to start a business, please keep on posting on the Q&A box. And during the course of action, I will be more than happy to pick up all the questions, because we have Do Your Own Business specialist. We will call you back, ask you the identification, what kind of business you're looking for, your investment size, do you have your own place, or would you be renting it? What have you been doing currently? What is your domain? Are you looking for a distribution model or something in electric vehicle, or something even we talk about the industry like smart homes? People are really converting into smart homes. So a lot of people who are doing some electrical business, we have a business exactly for you. Somebody who has a property available and want to lease out to somebody. And of course, this is where we can really help you getting the right brand available for yourself. क्योंकि business वही जो दे ROI सही, and that's a theme which has been there. नया साल नया business. That's a theme we are looking for. So friends, keep posting your questions on the Q&A box, and during the course of action, I'll be more than happy to pick up any of the questions which come across. So this will be a 45-minute session that we're going to start. And during this course of action, I'll be talking about the business opportunities or how Franchise India can really help you. We have a program which is specifically called as Investor Advantage Program. Now, this program is a complete dedicated for investors. This program is dedicated only for investors who really want to start their own business. And during this process or during this program, what do we do is what we're going to discuss now. So about Franchise India first, as we just talked about, we are the world's largest franchisee advisory network because advices is absolutely given by everyone. But are you really going to get a professional advice? Picking up the right business really matters a lot. Who will advise you? And probably that's what you need, a consultancy. You absolutely need a professional advice from someone. So today we are standing at the world's largest advisory network with office locations, 90 cities. So we are right there where you want us. हम वहाँ हैं जहाँ आप हमें चाहते हैं. Because now franchising business or business is not just located only or mentioned to the metropolitan cities, but it is also expanding to tier 1, tier 2, and even tier 3 cities now. It is a fact. It is a fact that probably 20 years from today, in the past, we always, saw America as one of the biggest countries in the world with the biggest infrastructure. But now things are changing. Probably India is also considered to be having the biggest and the best infrastructure. That means the capacity of people have really changed. And by the time we talk, franchising is already a $4.7 trillion economy. It's a big economy. And of course, franchising business is growing by 5% year on year. So every day you start hearing jingles and newspaper ads, naya brand aa gaya, naya brand aa gaya, naya brand aa gaya, we're offering this and that. So people get lured out of it without realizing that what kind of evaluation is required. So this is where Franchise India help. We are everywhere you want us. We have consulted more than 5,000 plus brands, 200 plus channel partners, deep dive in the penetrated market. We have consultants across who would be helping you with that. And of course, we have happily helped and successfully done more than 1 lakh investor servicing part. So as I was saying, picking up a business is absolutely a process, and Franchise India has mastered that art that we want to help you not open a business, but we want to help you run a successful business. And how to do that is absolutely it goes through an evaluation process. So there are 5 assessments. There are 5 assessments that we follow to help you pick up the right business. And these assessment tools are categorized into 5 major categories. So first thing first, very important, becomes your self-assessment. Then we move on to industry assessment. And then we move on to market assessment, peer assessment, brand assessment is absolutely what we talk for. So these are different kind of assessments. Absolutely, we go and we ensure that any investor who's picking the business is the right potential for us. Now, these 5 assessments are further broken into 25 points. So friends, what you see on the screen, jo aapko screen pe dikh raha hai abhi, that is like 25 points. Those 5 points are now broken into 25 points. These 25 points we do, our key account specialists, our key account managers will be sitting with you one-on-one, spending a lot of time to evaluate. That's the evaluation process that we follow. And if your score, so every number that you see, these are 25 points, every number that you see has a tick mark, has a checkbox. So either I do a tick mark or an X. If my number of ticks, if my score is more than 20, then Franchise India suggests you, all right, let's go for this business. Because we help you, we want you to take a calculative risk and start a business with informed decision. So if the score is 20 plus, means great business opportunity, you should absolutely start this particular brand or absolutely the business. However, if the score goes below 15, that means not the right time or not the right brand. We got to re-engineer something. So either I re-engineer my investment size, maybe a brand, maybe the location, maybe the product. but I have to re-engineer something till the time my score becomes more than 20. With a kitty of 5,000 plus brands, that's what we always talk about. If the score becomes less, I simply go off and probably pick up a different opportunity. The reason why, again, we don't want to follow the same pedigree, follow the rule of low-hanging fruits. People get attracted towards low-hanging fruit and they take a franchise without evaluation. So friends, now let's take a deep dive on these 25 evaluation points, that these points are critically important for everyone to pick up before they actually start a business. In the meantime, we want to make this conversation very active. So please use the Q&A box, which is just down, and post your locations, if you have own place, what you're currently doing with your phone numbers. And after this webinar, our key account managers will be more than happy to talk to you one-on-one and help you make the right decision. So coming to the self-assessment part, the first self-assessment part portion has 5 points. The first thing we ask you is, what do you understand when we say entrepreneur mindset? What comes to your mind when we say entrepreneur mindset? The true fact is that more than 40% of the people who are starting a new business are the first timers. They have never started or done a business in the past. And this is where Franchise India really helps you picking up the right business opportunity. So what comes to your mind when we say entrepreneur mindset? What are your financial goals? What are your financial goals? So everybody has a different financial goal. Somebody look for a long-term business, somebody look for a short-term business. So what are your financial goals? How much money are you going to invest in this business? And probably we get, you tell us, Franchise India or Saras, that what is the amount of taking a franchise. We rather have to tell them, sir, again, we have more than 5,000 plus brands that we have serviced. However, every business would require different investment size. So we got business starting probably from 6 lakhs and going up to 10 CR or 5 CR or 5 CR and even to 50 CR. But what's your financial goal? The second thing when we talk about capital is also the asset and liabilities. Do you have your own place? Or would you be taking a place after the business is set? The reason why we ask this question is because we really want to help you save the operational cost. So if you have your own place, we do the evaluation around, and then we suggest you a business that will run as per that location. What is the demand in that location? Will this business be successful in that location or not? If it's vice versa, you don't have a location, fair enough. That means we are coming with an open mind. We probably help you pick up the right business based on this assessment, and then help you find the right location, which would be the right fitment for this business. And that's what we talk about in capital, in the capital part. The next is time involvement, which is very important. We all know the definitions of ROI. So ROI absolutely means return on investment. That was absolutely there since the old age. But now the two new definitions of ROI has become return on involvement. The more you're involved, the more revenues you can absolutely make. And this is what we call return on involvement. We need to understand, what are you currently doing? If you're trying to diversify your business, get into a new channel altogether, how much time would you be giving to it? Would it be you who will be giving time, or are you looking for a business for somebody else? So how much time? So a lot of business have really started. So different models are there. Like we have a model called FICO, franchisee invested company operated model. So this model is good for people who are already doing some business. Now they really want to diversify their business, or somebody, a working professional, like a lot of people do. They now want to follow the rule of Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, somebody asked him, how do you make money? And under his top 5 rules, the first one says, never depend on one income. So a lot of people who are doing jobs, currently they want to get into business because they also need to have a security of their family. They don't want to just jump into the business and leave their jobs. This is the model for them. So we do all that evaluation and help you a business that will run automatically. Probably an inventory-based business will be good for you. Something which can be tracked over the application using the intelligence of the internet can be tracked for you. A lot of business are there. So we talk about electric vehicle business, EV business, especially when we talk about chargers. This is one business which is 100% resource proof. 100% HR you don't need. It is plug and play model which is there. So probably you start getting revenues from that model as well. The fifth point what we talk is your fallback plan. We know that every business will require a backup plan before it really gets demolished. So the amount that you gave was probably 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, the business that you really want to start. Is this the only capital that you would have? And probably that will also cover your fallback plan, or would you be requiring some more money for that? So how will that size of investment would look? So what's your fallback plan is absolutely we talk about. So friends, I see a lot of questions, a lot of hands being raised during this presentation. I'll start picking up the questions too. But again, keep posting questions on the Q&A box and we'll be more than happy to take it further. Now, after our key account manager has spent a lot of time with you to understand more about yourself, now the time has to come to do an industry assessment. There are a lot of industries we talk about. The most inclined people really get attracted towards is F&B industry, health industry, education industry, automobile industry. These all industries. So first of all, we pick up the opportunity size. What size this industry is. So opportunity size would also mean that if I'm getting into EV, if I'm getting into smart homes, if I'm getting into furniture, what is the market's addressable market size? I need to understand how much is the total addressable market and how much has been captured and what is the gap which is required there. Now, the second point in the industry assessment, we also need to see the trend, how this industry is going to react in next 5 years or 10 years, because I'm looking for a business for a longevity. I would really need to see, am I taking the first mover advantage or how the business would look as a future? Is there a future for this business or not? EVs again, maybe we're talking about a lot of F&B outlets, new concepts coming up. Are they future fit? Is it overcrowded? So first we need to do a prospecting and of course evaluation that how this business segment or industry fits the future. The third is demand and supply gap. We already covered that. So we need to see the opportunity size, future fit, and how much addressable market is there, which has not been addressed. So is there a demand of this brand or maybe industry that you're looking for? So we talk about a lot of primary schools. You see primary schools opening here and there. The reason why, because the demand is still there and the supply is still not being 100% addressed. And that's what we really need to talk about. So demand and supply gap is what we really look for. Any market that you go, any business that you pick, everybody says it's overcrowded. But yes, there are still a lot of brands coming up, and the only thing that really works is innovation. Are they working with the innovation? What is the innovation they have in their own product is absolutely what we look for. So what is the innovation? What is the innovation in that product that really has to happen? What differentiation are they offering in this particular brand? That talks about industry assessment. The next thing what we talk about is the market assessment. We have to do a market assessment as well. The market assessment will mean that before we pick up the right location, the right business, I need to see the demographics. I need to see the demographics and the market. Is there a market for this particular brand or that business? Is there a need for this business in that particular market? Is there a target group? Because a lot of people fall into the trap saying that I should open this business here because I don't see somebody running that business over here. So before I open that, I need to do a demographic segmentation. I also need to see the target group and consumer behavior. I have to position my product and the brand in the right way where the audience is. Probably my product is this, and I don't have an audience for that. Doesn't make a sense. I will not suggest you at all to open that business in that area. Why? Because nobody has that. Are you the only smartest person who found that? Didn't we evaluate that? Why that business did not go with someone else in that market? Do you really want to take a first more advantage? So this is exactly what is completely deep diving and helping you to pick up the right business. A lot of people really fall into the trap because they think that, yes, the business will run very well here because there is nobody around, but they forget the back end work. What does the regulation say? Does the licensing authority allows that business to be run in that place? People have really come to us after burning their hands, after burning their investment, that I think I did a wrong move. I thought of opening probably a preschool, but again, their license is required, their norms required to run a preschool or even a school category. There are government regulations which are there. The fifth is market. With the market assessment, we also suggest you the operational expenses because I need to pick up the right location. And friends, let me also tell you there out of 100% probably ratio that we take, almost 15% of the reason a business shuts down is only because of the location. I did not calculate my rental well. Everybody wants to be at the biggest place, the best place. But again, what the biggest mistake what we do is we really do not calculate the rentals, the operational cost, because that would be your monthly recurring amount. So we help you pick up your earning capacity that business would have, plus the rentals. It has to be in balance. Of course, the rentals have to be low because rentals के अलावा भी इसमें बहुत सारी operational expenses जोड़ेंगे, अभी salary जोड़नी बाकी है. Electricity charges have to be added. There are a lot of other charges, licensing charges, recurring charges. It has to be added. Who does that? So this is where Franchise India would really help you making an informed decision with a calculative risk. You need somebody to handhold you, do this complete assessment, who can really help you pick up the right business. Now, probably we have done the segmentation of the industry. We are suggesting you one brand, but really, do you just want to stick on the one brand, or do you really want to see how are the competitors placed? Because again, competitive analysis is very important. So we not just show you, so first of all, what we do is we probably pick up an industry, then we show you one brand of that industry, the second brand of the industry, the third brand of the industry, 10 brands. We do a apple to apple comparison because business is what I'm going to do. And my career is involved on that because it's not only me, there's a family behind whom I have to support. And this is where Franchise India would help you pick up the right business, doing a competitive analysis. And I have to take a competitive advantage too, picking up the right brand. Brand penetration is of course required because before you pick up any brand or before we suggest to any brand or while doing that evaluation, one of the most important part is also brand penetration and performance. So we discuss with you, we show you the numbers. How has the past performance of this particular brand or outlet has been doing? How many outlets have been opened for these many brands? And what has been their past performance? Because I need a ballpark figure before I start a new business that this is the potential, because the brands, of course, will show you the earning potential, but are they really reaching the earning potential which was predicted in the presentation or not? This is what we really help you make a informed decision. Franchise is a business which is absolutely a part where it has to be geographically controlled and exclusivity has to be there. So how much area will be covered with that franchisee, with that brand, is what we also talk about barrier to entry. Will I be allowed to enter that market? Would anybody else with the same brand would be allowed to that market? What is the benchmark? What is the area? What is the exclusivity I'm going to get marked? Because that assures my business, that assures really my business that I will, of course, start getting a good ROI on that. So friends, keep posting your questions. I still see a lot of questions coming up. And just after this slide, I'll pick up all the questions that you're asking for. Product offering. Now, peer-to-peer assessment, one part of peer-to-peer assessment is also the product offering and differentiation. What is my product offering? Every market is completely overcrowded. But what is that product that is different, that we in normal term we call a USP? What is the unique selling point about this product that will really get traction of the consumers that I'm opening a business? So what is the differentiation? What is the product I'm going to offer is absolutely Franchise India takes a deep dive into this complete process and help you understand that the reason why you should invest in this business is absolutely a reason also to ensure that it really happens and works out the right business for you. A lot of time we really spend on now doing the brand assessment. I will pick up an example of Shark Tank. So a lot of sharks come, a lot of investors, actually the brand owners, they come and they dance around, they show them the brand. But almost all the sharks, after they understand the brand, the only question they ask these investors is, tell me something about yourself. What have you been doing in the past? Why do they ask that? Because I need to understand as an investor, what mindset are you coming from? After shaking hands together with the investor and the brand, both will be coming to a part of doing a business. And of course, for a long term, it has to be like-minded people. So of course, once we are presenting you the brand, we talk about the credibility. What is the credibility in the market? What is the legacy of the brand owner? And what is the brand commitment? Are they just a brand now because there was nobody during that time, or are they really going to be helping you picking up the right business? Picking up the right business, as we said, is a complete fitment. I have to follow that fitment completely. And this is where we talk about the credibility and the legacy and the brand commitment that they have. Why I'm picking a franchise? Why are we here on the show? The reason I'm on the show is because I want to take a franchise. And why franchise? Because it is only known for their standardization and sustainability. You go to a lot of McD's and KFCs. What you find there, probably I play this challenge as a L&D leader. I do this every time when I'm training my audience. I ask them, tell me 3 things which are different from outlet number 1 of McD's or KFC to outlet number 2 of McD's or KFC. Why? Tell me 3 things. We do a lot of brainstorming, but the only thing which comes around is the infrastructure. Everything is same. How could they do it? It's a McD. If they can do it, of course, this is where a lot of other brands are also doing it and ensuring that they are maintaining the standard and sustainability. Now, standard and sustainability becomes the biggest challenge when we take a dive into F&B products. Because how F&B works is probably somebody on the top trains your chef to make that product. And just to save that cost, probably we don't hire the right people. But this is where the standardization becomes, because now the companies have realized that to maintain the quality and the standard, it has to be done at one place. The concept of master kitchens, the product which is there. So the product which I'm going to use, is it in a dry form? Because it's in dry form, of course, I just have to open that Maggi masala and put it in the Maggi and it will always taste the same. We come from a country from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, where everybody has eaten Maggi. Every 40 kilometers, the language changes. Bhasha badal jati hai 40 kilometer mein. Lekin jo nahi badalta, wo hai Maggi ka taste. Why? Because they have a proven system. They have a proven system where they say that you just have to put that masala in and it's all done. Operational expenses, reinvestment. I should not shy enough from saying that, but yes, I was also a failure one time when I started some business, and I was very happy to open that. What the reason of my biggest failure did not go very well for a longevity was I did not operate. I did not calculate my operational expenses. Now, operational expenses is really a big money which goes away from your total revenue. But I have to calculate that operational expenses because those are recurring expenses. Operational expenses will, of course, include your rentals on the top, the first, if you are renting it out, your salaries, your sales happens or not, your salaries have to go, electricity bill, license fee, and other, equipments that you're buying, probably the raw material you're buying, the operational expenses will always be there. But I need to understand and calculate in advance What are my operational expenses? So for example, we're talking about F&B industry. So F&B industry, if you are already getting something packed from the master kitchen and you just have to reassemble, probably this is where I don't have to invest on a high skilled person, because everything is giving over there and somebody has to just warm it up and give it. Happens in retail business. In retail business, I may not need a very high skilled staff. The only reason why I have to just pick up and give it, pick up and give it. And the brands have really realized, the big opportunities have really realized. In fact, with franchising, we suggest you before taking a decision, even for the real estate, because real estate, bigger the space, you go in a mall, it eats up a lot of your rent. Why not to open a kiosk model? The kiosk model will of course come down. Maybe a small kiosk would only need one HR, and it's plug and play models. If somebody asks for it, somebody gives it. So of course your operational expenses go lost. Operating cost. We really spend a lot of time to understand operating cost, evaluating the average electricity bills, the rentals. And this is where we pick you up, helping you pick up the right business. After the cost, it has to be margins, return on investment. And this is where the competitive advantage also takes over. So I sit with you, we sit with you, of course, and our key account managers, our business specialists, they help you evaluate the margins, the returns on investment that you're going to make. What are the margins on the product? So every industry has different margins. So while we're evaluating this complete business, we do peer-to-peer competition. Who is helping me with how many, what kind of margin? Is this business sustainable and does it have a growth? Legal. Now, of course, when you're getting into a business, we are getting into a legal agreement. Nothing for franchise India plays absolutely a very important role, because when you get into a business, you have to sign legal contracts. For signing a legal contract, you might have to look for a lawyer, but no, you don't have to go anywhere. We offer you complete packed solution at one place. We have a team of experts who are legal document readers who help you pick up the right business, signing the agreement so that there is no conflict coming in the future. What has been discussed during this meeting is all written down. During this the discussion of legal agreement. Point number 6 in brand assessment is training. Very important. So again, if I'm opening a franchise, I'm expecting as a consumer that I get the same services. So how does the training happen? So for example, we talk about F&B. F&B, the training, the brand says, I'm going to provide the training provide the training to your people. But whose cost? Will the chef come to my place or my people have to go there? If they come to my place, who takes the cost? These are small few questions that we need to ask, really take a deep dive before I talk about any hidden cost and this not get you a surprise. Training, marketing support. बहुत पुराना concept है, जो दिखता है, वही बिकता है. So again, I need to also take the marketing support. What kind of marketing support is the brand going to give me? I agree, it is my outlet. So local marketing I'll do, but boss, I've taken a brand which is probably present pan India or regionally or somewhere. So what kind of marketing is the brand doing? Is he creating the brand recall value or not? And how much money will they spend on that? Risk hedging. Business, when we say, so this complete process is all about risk hedging, because once we do a score of more than 20, we ensure that your risk is minimized, your risk is hedged to the maximized capacity. We help you picking up the risk because every business has a risk. So we ask the brand owner directly, what potential risk have you seen in the past? If you have seen that risk, how have you overcome that? So biggest problems when we say about in the fashion industry, which is fast moving fashion industry, is the stock. If the product or the garment doesn't sell, how does that work? Because if I've stocked that material in my house, how will that work? Because if it's not selling, it's going to be lost for me. How will that work? No, it doesn't have to. So we help you take an informed decision that yes, this particular brand is doing a SOR, sale or return. If your product is not selling, you keep it on the shelf for some time, and once it's not selling, the agreement writes that you will take that, the brand will take that product back and probably replace with a new one. The risk is hedged. F&B industry, if I'm probably doing all my ingredients in a powder form, My risk is less because now a shelf life probably for 1 year or 2 years versus sauces that I will have to procure and keep it in a very safe model. Risk hedging is where we stress a lot of time to understand your business. We work in a very simple methodology, and the methodology says franchise, the first thing what we do is we help you uh, with the sharing the information. We sharing the information with you is the first process. So franchise opportunity shared with you based on industries that we will do. The next thing what we do is evaluation. Evaluation. Now, I have showed you 10 brands. The evaluation has to come because you're not going to pick up all the 10 brands. Probably I'm going to pick up only one business. Now, this is where the evaluation part comes. And this evaluation is done basis on 4 fitments. SOMF fit. The evaluation is done based on 4 fitments. SOMF fit. So we showed you 10 business opportunities. Now we're doing evaluation. S, strategic. What is your experience? What is your interest? Is the first fit what we do, and filter out anything which is not of interest. And then next, operational. How much, depending on your time you would invest, is what we're going to give that business or in that kitty. So we started with 10. We took S, probably 2 brands out. Operational needs, that means needs your 100% time, which you will not be able to give. We take other 2 business out. Market. How is the market reacting to this particular business? Is this business right for that market or not? Evaluation. So probably I come down with 5 left, take out more. And now the final F becomes financial fit. I have to fit that business in that budget that you have. The financial appetite that you have, I have to fit that business for you. And this is where we do a complete evaluation, probably following a methodology, SOMF fit. Once we have finalized probably 3 brands or 4 brands, now the next stage comes is helping you visit those outlets, understanding and making you one-on-one interact with the brand owners or the toppest authority as a decision maker in that particular brand. So we help you organize tri-party meetings where we understand, sit with the brand and understand their business model, ask thousands of questions to them because the right time is ask the right questions at the right time. And these are a few questions that not only you will ask Franchise India, the key account manager, the person who will handhold you till the time you open your business, you sign a LOI. We will ask these questions to the brand because I need to ensure that I help you open a running successful business and rather not sell you a business. The last important phase which comes is signing a LOI, letter of intent. This is one of the most important phase where we spend a lot of time understanding the business and help you sign the agreement with the brand and of course the LOI. Friends, keep on posting questions. I still see a lot of questions and coming up. So of course, this is what we were talking about: information, evaluation, negotiation, and the closure part till that we end. So 4 stages. With second part would be a SOMF fit, strategic, operational, market, and financial fit. So what do you get? Now comes the point. After understanding what you get, of course, a complete hand-holding is what we do for you. What you get is 1 hour of self-evaluation meeting. Very critical again, because I just don't want to sell you a business. I rather want to do a self-evaluation, understand self-evaluation. Then we spend 1 hour of industry selection, not the brand we said 1 hour of industry selection. We look at the market size. How big market is this going to be? What is the future? We spend 1 hour of industry selection. Post understanding the industry, now the time has come to show you 10 different brands of this particular industry. And we call it discovery days. Not at one we'll throw at you. We'll go one by one. So one day we'll give you 1 brand. So we discover about that brand, about this business model, who has been there, who started the business, what is the ROI, what is the investment size, is what we talk about. So we invest with you 10 days discovering about 10 different brands. 15 days with 15 brands, and so there are different membership that we come across. So Franchise India is absolutely, you're hiring somebody, a specialist who can help you pick up the right business. So there are different methodologies, different engagement program. 6 months, 12 months, 24 months is engagement programs that we offer, and it completely depends on the investment size you have. The bigger the investment size, more the discovery, more the engagement you will need with us. So with 12 months membership, you get 15 discovery days with 15 different brands. It is not only that we're going to stop here, but in addition, Franchise India launches, you heard it right, Franchise India launches a new brand in the market every day. You heard it right. Every day we launch a new brand who are franchise ready in the market at 12 o'clock every day. So just after this, we're going to jump on to the next webinar where we're going to launch a new brand today, looking for the membership. So sitting at your home, at your comfort, you don't have to go anywhere. We send you and we give you complimentary invitation to daily knowledge webinar that happens. Advisory session during the term of the membership would be given to you, and also a legal advice. You will be also given a legal advice included in this membership program that will help you proper deal structure. So 2 hours, which is the most important part of picking up a business. The deal structure is the right time when you talk about doing negotiations. You talk about doing negotiations and talk about at what term, what money would go. What would be the royalty? What would be the product margin? How brand will support? So anything which has to be structured in the deal, we spend 2 hours or more, of course, as required in the deal structure. Even that reminds me, the numbers that you see is 1 hour and 30 brands and all. It is not just specified to these numbers. Of course, we'll spend 2 hours with you and 3 hours with you, depending on the time. But that's a minimum that we say. Special offer for our people who are joining this webinar. So people who are joining this webinar, who contact us and they register with us, they will also get a 30 minutes one-on-one session with the industry's who industry specialist, Mr. Gaurav Maurya, the chairman of Franchise India, who's also known as the franchise guru, the concept who got the franchising into India, and also our MD, Miss Sonya Chowdhry, who will spend time with you and help you pick up the right business opportunity for yourself. Friends, I think business, we do it, that's the numbers, of course, that's reflecting. Any person we may start a business 1 time, 2 time, their maximum is what they can do is probably 3 times. After that, they're broken. They will not want to start a business. But again, if somebody helps you make an informed decision, helps you take the right decision for yourself and for your future, because you need a professional advice, doing all that evaluation, talking about the brands. This is where a one-time fee is charged to you. And we are very open for that. So 25,000 plus taxes is for what we charge for 6 months. And 40,000 plus taxes is what we charge for 1 year of engagement. 1 year of engagement, this is where we suggest you picking up the right business for yourself. So again, in total, if you're starting a business, let's say about 20-25 lakhs, what we charge you in the total would be 75,000 as a consultation to help you and secure your 25 lakhs. But this 75,000, we will not charge you upfront. They would be, the payment would be split into 2 parts. One is you need to register with us to buy our time, to buy our consultancy. When you buy a consultancy, when you register with us, we are now engaged to ensure that we are giving time to you. We even sign a contract or an NDA that now Franchise India becomes authorized to share the business models and financial models of the brand. And once we happily go through the complete process, picking up the right business, once you have signed the LOI, and this is where we charge you the second amount, which is 50,000 rupees plus taxes as per the investment slab that we have, plus the investment slab that we have. So friends, keep posting your questions, and your own business specialists are very eager to help you. And now I can absolutely take some questions which are coming on the Q&A box. And friends, I would also ask you and request you, if you have any questions to ask, please suggest us and write this question over here. I'm also posting our direct hotline numbers, and our Q and our do your own business specialists are more than happy to pick up any questions. So I see the first question, Mr. Ranawar is asking, please tell me more about the waste management home automation opportunity. Beautiful, Mr. Ranaware. We have both the brands and the industries available with us. Home automation is something which is absolutely new. We started probably with the smartphones. The concept moved to smart cars and retained by smart televisions. And now the time has come for smart homes. So we have a brand that we can really help you pick up the right business. This business, smart homes, would be something very interesting, very futuristic. This business is a lot of people are just doing renovations. They want something smarter. They just want to say, hey, Alexa, switch on the light. Hey, Alexa, switch on the television. Hey, Alexa, shut down the windows. Using your current infrastructure, your plug points, your curtains, current curtains, everything can be done automated. And this is where Franchise India can really help you. I see Mr. Suresh is asking a question. Do you have any business in hospitals? Yes, probably he's a doctor. Yes, yesterday only we launched a brand, and now this brand is picking up opportunities and organizing small hospital, mid-size hospital, 50 to 100 bed conversion model is what we can have. So friends, keep on posting questions, and we have the phone numbers I've posted on the chat box. Please give us a call and we'll be more than happy to pick up your business. So friends, today, again, we are doing a business opportunity over chai at 12 o'clock. You can go on these websites, you can call us, and we can send you the link right away. You just have to register. The registration would be absolutely free, and hear about any business opportunity that you really want to learn. So with that, friends, it's time to jump on to the next level. And I'm sure a lot of people would be doing a commitment saying that how things will happen. So this is where Franchise India would help you picking up the right business. So thank you, friends. Contact us. We are eager to hear from you. Naya Saal, Naya Business is the theme. All the best. Take care of yourself.